Welcome! It is convention time! And this one's so special, it's 2 years in the making because last year the state convention was all virtual. It stunk because of the Cooper Pooper and that darn COVID mess, which was way overblown by our mainstream media. Anyway, glad to be in a hotel room just less than a mile from the convention site. I am not staying at an official hotel because those are way too expensive for my budget, but I am staying and just maybe a 5-minute drive or so from the actual Greenville Convention Center. Driving into the convention venue this evening to pick up my goodie bag, which I'm going to get to very shortly, I promise. You could definitely tell it's a Republican event because you have these little signs with Donald Trump waving saying "Miss me yet," and who could have forgotten when Obama was president? The first year of the Obama presidency, there was actually a billboard, something around with George W. Bush saying "Miss me yet." And then there's a big sign saying Sandy Smith is running again for Congress. Don't know what district yet because that redistricting, that's a whole nother video I can do of. Last time in 2020, she ran in the 1st congressional district and unfortunately was unsuccessful. But there are some long-term demographic strengths for the Republicans that district could potentially, maybe not even in 2022, but maybe a few cycles down the road, could flip from Democrat to Republican. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about the congressional races yet. I'm here to talk about the convention. And this year, because we're in Greenville, we actually have a media partner. Now, of course, I'm glad you're listening to my YouTube videos and listening to me banter about the convention. And eventually I'll have all the videos up on the business sessions and the executive committee meeting on Sunday and all that good stuff. But there is a more seasoned broadcaster for this year's convention. That is Henry Hinton of the Talk of the Town radio show. That airs Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on 103.7 WTIB here in the Greenville area, the northeastern part of North Carolina. If you're down towards Newburgh, Jacksonville, Wilmington, he's on 96.3. But on Friday, June 4th, Henry Hinton will be broadcasting live from the GOP convention. So I'm going to listen in. I hope you will too. And maybe we'll find out some juicy pre-convention gossip. I'm a little bit empty on that right now, but if I know anything, I'll let you know. I promise. So again, you can listen to 103.7 if you're in the Greenville, the northern part, Greenville, going up to Elizabeth City if you're down towards Jacksonville, Newburgh, 96.3. Of course, you also have this beautiful thing called the internet, Facebook, TuneIn radio app, plenty of Cable 7 if you're a subscriber to local cable in Greenville. You'll be on Cable 7. So yeah, definitely check that out tomorrow from 7 to 9 in the morning. Talk of the Town with Henry Hinton, broadcasting live from the Greenville Convention Center at the 2021 North Carolina Republican Party Convention. Okay, without further ado, we're going to get to the goodie bag. Of course, when I came in tonight was the state party has set aside some times where you can go and pick up your goodie bag and everything. But the most important thing to pick up is this sucker right here. It's got my name. Of course, I go by Bobby, but Robert is my official name on the voter rolls. Robert Crawford, Guilford County. Of course, I'm a delegate. You might have a different color if you're an alternate, but usually all alternates will be seated as delegates eventually. And also, if you're one of my friends, friend Nancy, she's a guest this year, but next year she'll be representing Brunswick County as a delegate there, so you might have a guest different color as well for your guest. Anyway, of course, on the back we got the handy dandy agenda. Yeah. Okay, so let me bring out, and of course this is all in this nice little lanyard. Just put it around your neck and you are in. And there's a 6-digit number I'm not going to reveal to you because I don't want you to hack my voter account. But yeah, each delegate will have a number going into a system called Election Buddy where we'll vote throughout the business session. And of course, the biggest vote is going to be for the vice chair spot. As of right now, Michael Watley is running unopposed for chairman. I would expect that to continue, but you never know. But yeah, I'm about 98% sure that Michael Watley is going to run unopposed. It is between Sherry Lynn Womack and Susan Mills. Yeah, that's it. And I think I might be missing someone else, but those are the main two competitors. Okay, so here's a goodie bag. I promised you 2 minutes ago, but here we go. NCGOP. The design on this is a little plain Jane, and it's blue. We've always had red bags. I'll admit the material is a little bit lighter, too, so they kind of... I don't know. The price has been the same as it was 2 years ago, but the material's a little bit lighter this year for some reason. Come on, y'all. And the weight of the goodie bag's about the same. Well, but it's about the same as it was 2 years ago. But if you go back 7-10 years ago, it's gotten a lot lighter, and the delegate fee's gotten a lot higher too. So come on, y'all. Okay, so. First, we have Sherry Lynn Womack flyer for vice chair of the NC Republican Party. A little flyer about her. We have the Red Book. Okay. No, not that red book. Hey, now, no, this is a, got all the juicy stuff. Maybe it could be that red book, but, yeah. Rules report. Plan of organization changes. Platform. Let's see. Okay, for some reason I'm looking at the platform report here and I do not see where the actual changes were. So if you're going to the convention on Friday over the weekend and you really want to see what changes were made, you can watch my video that I did about a month ago on the platform committee. Or you can bring your laptop and go to the report on the NCGOP convention website. Or maybe if we're really good boys and girls, they might put it up on the screen for us in the convention hall. And then we have the resolutions. All 15 resolutions are here. So that's the Red Book. This is another great book. This is the program. The picture looks a little familiar because that was supposed to be the picture from last year's convention. That unfortunately went from physical to virtual only. But if you were a delegate, you did receive a very similar picture of this to your email account. Okay, Craig Kinsey for Congress. I've never heard of him, but I'll read to you what he's all about in a little bit. Susan Mills, also running for vice chair of the party. I'll put those over there. Mr. Kinsey will go there. The red book will go over there. We already covered that. Mark Walker, running for Senate. Okay, apparently there's this thing called a Trump score, and when you look at this, Mark Walker is, when compared to notable conservative senators, Representative Mark Walker holds a higher Trump lifetime score than all other senators. Mark Walker, 94.3, Ted Cruz, 92.1, Marco Rubio, 88.1, Tom Cotton, 87, Josh Hawley, 87, Rick Scott, 86, Ben Sass, 85, Rand Paul, 69%, ooh, Mike Lee, 66%, ooh, interesting stuff. Hopewell promotion. If you want to win your election, you need Hopewell promotion on your side. We're the leader in direct mail, yard signs, and promotional products for Republican candidates. And that John Smith for Senate, I guess it's just an example kind of thing. Let's see this one more time. There you go. This is funny. NCGOP, a fan. This is kind of a play on 2 years ago. 2 years ago, if you remember, at the convention, Concord. If you know where Concord is, it's just about 5 miles north and east of Charlotte. If you don't know where that is, get a map. Anyway, the problem was that year we had walk-up registration, which means you could decide on Friday or Saturday, hey, honey, let's go to the NCGOP convention. All right, dear. So you hop in your car, you drive down to Concord, you show up, and you find out that a lot of other people have decided to show up on a whim. And you overpack the convention hall, and you overpack it so much that people are parking in fire zones, and you overwhelm the HVAC system, so the AC goes out, and it is hotter than habanero salsa, double, triple habanero salsa. So it's like, ooh, I was like, I was sweating my what off, and I had my button-down shirt like almost all the way undone because it was so freaking hot in Concord. If we ever go back to Concord, I don't really like Concord as a venue, but if we do, hopefully this kind of thing won't happen again, right? Right, hopefully. Okay. All right. What else we got here? The NCFYR, the North Carolina Federation of Republicans, is against the Plan of Organization Amendment 1. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Judge April Wood was just went from district court to court of appeals last year. Now she wants to run for the Supreme Court. And I would say best of luck to her, but we are going to have a primary for the judicial seats. So I'll be doing my homework and trying to figure out who the most qualified people are for the state Supreme Court. But I can tell you I do not like job hoppers. And I would say April Wood is a job hopper. And we have a pen, again, from Judge April Wood. Let me see. Let me see if this thing writes. Yeah, let's see. Yes, it does. The pen is blue, everybody. The pen is blue. Okay. Thanks for the pen, by the way, Judge Wood. And let's see what else we have here. Did I tell you this? Yeah, this is the first time I've opened the goodie bag, okay? So I'm doing this very first time live, making it more interesting, so I'm not rehearsing anything. It's off the cuff, I promise. Political Express. You can make, see, buttons, magnets, whatever kind of campaign souvenirs and that sort of thing you want to do. And they can put 2 flyers in. Okay. And again, another flyer from April Wood. Okay. And finally, we have a flyer. Okay. Okay, the Honorable Scott Lassiter, Wake Soil and Water Supervisor and co-sponsor of the Wake County Republican Party, cordially invites all delegates, candidates, officials, and guests to a hospitality reception hosted in their honor for their tremendous contributions to the Republican Party. It's at the Hilton. It's in the Presidential Suite 621 on Saturday evening, immediately after close of convention business session, until 6 p.m. Because the dinner technically is scheduled at 5:30, which is a little early for a dinner. Past conventions, it's been scheduled at 7 and usually doesn't start about 8:30. I don't know why they're trying to rush things this year, but who knows. But it's going to reopen immediately following dinner. So Saturday evening after dinner, because I don't think the business session will get done early, or even 5:30 is really pushing it for to end the business session, in my opinion. Okay, so hospitality reception after the Saturday night dinner. They're going to have shrimp, garden fresh veggies, and assorted cheeses prior to dinner. After dinner, they're going to have pizza and brownies, fine spirits, wine, and beer throughout. This is paid for by the committee to elect Scott Lassiter to the Wake Soil and Water Board. And the sponsors are Cardinal, GPS, and Hellwig Communications. Hilton Presidential Suite 621. And this is actually going to be on Friday. They're going to have a hospitality suite on Friday evening for that. Okay. I tried to go to the hospitality suites one year, and I was just like, I'm an introvert. And honestly, after being around people all day, the last thing I want to do is be around people again all evening. I mean, I try to put myself out there, but it's just not my personality. Okay, sorry. Okay, now, what do I want to do? Let's get into this program. Dr. Greg Murphy, it's an honor to serve North Carolina in Congress. That's our official convention logo. Compared with what Hickory was in 2018 and 2014 in Cherokee, it's pretty underwhelming, but the city of Greenville's logo is very similar to this, so at least we know what the inspiration for that is. Okay. This is a McHenry for Congress. Patrick McHenry, veteran out of the 5th. Used to be 10th district, now 5th district. Okay, this is the 2022 conservative judges for the NC Court of Appeals. 4 candidates or 4 seats. You have re-elect Donna Shroud, re-elect John Tyson, Judge Michael Staden, and Julie Flood. So 2 incumbents and 2 newcomers. Sherry Lynn Womack, who I wholeheartedly endorse for vice chairwoman. And I'm going to read to you her actual information sheet she put out. Charles Dingy of the Oceanair Realty, established in 1979. Serving the triangle to the coast. The Oceanair Realty is in a unique position to help clients buy and sell real estate in the triangle and throughout southeastern North Carolina to the coast, covering 36 counties. We are able to provide this service through a steadfast and constant focus on our mission to provide families with the guidance and knowledge they need to comfortably and confidently make a decision regarding the purchase or sale of their home. Contact me today to let me help you make your best move. Charles at theoceanairrealty.com is the email, or you can call him at 203-801-8190. And again, he county pretty much does Wilmington, New Bern, Jacksonville, goes up into Washington, and he does not do Northampton, Bertie, or Hertford County or anything north or east of that. Doesn't go any further west than past Alamance County or Robeson County. That's kind of his boundary. You can see this little map here for that. Anyway. Okay. Your conservative team for the NC Supreme Court. Richard Dietz, experienced conservative leadership. Trey Allen, the right experience for the right decisions. And should be noted, Dan Forrest endorses Trey Allen and Richard Dietz for the 2 seats on the NC Supreme Court. Judge April Wood is also running, so this is going to be a primary best 2 out of 3 for that. But Richard Dietz, Trey Allen. Okay. We got a welcome letter from Michael Watley. Schedule of events. It's been the same schedule that they've had out for the past month or so on that. Okay. I believe. Breakout sessions, digital overview, and data center. Yeah, that sounds really interesting. Coming into the convention, I've been to all the breakout sessions before at conventions, but you know what? Tomorrow, I'm just going to take it easy for most of the day. The business session starts at 2. I'll probably head over to the convention center around 12 or so. Get lunch about 10:30, 11ish, and stuff. But I am going to get up early to listen to my buddy Henry Hinton on the radio, though. Election buddy instructions. Okay. a map. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Okay, we have a nice list of officers, NCGOP officers, district chairmen and women, county chairman, I will do some research and see if all the counties are represented. I think they are for county chairman. Okay, we have all our senators, congressmen and women, council of state, Supreme Court, Court of Appeals, okay, NC Republican Party, General Assembly, Senate President Pro Tem Phil Berger, Speaker of the House Tim Moore, the names of all the Republicans in North Carolina Senate and North Carolina House. Okay, an ad for the 3rd Congressional District. Vote Ruggles. I don't know if that's my old friend Daniel Ruggles from, sounds like it might be from Sampson County. I don't know what that is about. For such a time as this, it looks like this is a book, The Life of Senator James Forrester and His Fight for Marriage in North Carolina, written by Mary Frances Forrester and Rebecca Anthony. For such a time as this is a must-read for anyone disheartened over America's slide into a moral cesspool of sin. The compelling story of Jim Forrester's life and his fight for traditional marriage are an indispensable legacy to the next generation of Americans who wish to preserve the nuclear family and all other Judeo-Christian bedrocks. Here is a poignant example of how to face opposition, both personal and public, with courage, determination, and grace. This book will fan the flame of resistance and renew hope within the heart of every reader. Can we crawl our way back up the slippery slope? Pastor Mark Harris from North Carolina says, a rich testimony to the life and work of Dr. Jim Forrester. Tom Phillips, Vice President of the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association, says, an inspirational read that reveals what it looks like within the political system to stand in grace and truth with Jesus Christ. Penny Nance, CEO and President of Concerned Women for America. Much will be written in history about Dr. Forrester's career. It is important for Mary Frances to share her story. And Tammy Fitzgerald, Executive Director of the NC Values Coalition, says that Senator James Forrester's life is a testimony of James chapter 3, verse 13, quoting from the New International Version, who is wise and understanding among you? Let them show it by their good life, by deeds done in the humility that comes from wisdom. Compromise over conscience is surrender. So yeah, it looks like a very, very interesting book. For Such a Time as This by Mary Frances Forrester and Rebecca Anthony. Okay, an ad for, again, Judge Richard Dietz and Trey Allen. Okay. Red Pines Consultant. Henry Jeffries Dodgens, founder and president, political fundraising and event management. The Zumwalt Zone with John Zumwalt. It's a radio show. Stream or tune in WEEB 990 AM, 104.1 FM, 97.3 FM. I believe that's out in the Moore County Sandhills area of North Carolina. John Zumwalt, an author, speaker, political humorist, and conservative radio host. I have to check him out. There's a picture of him. He kind of, Doesn't he look a little bit like Ringo Starr a little bit? Yeah. Maybe not Ringo Starr from the 60s, but the one from Shining Time Station back in the 90s, maybe, you know. Okay, we got another ad for Susan Mills. Iredell County Republican Women. There's that page right there. Conservatives for Criminal Justice Reform. And North Carolina State Senator Danny Britt quotes, "I think that the Republican General Assembly in the last 10 years has done more for criminal justice reform than had been done in the 50 years prior. The mission of this organization is simple: promote a criminal justice system that utilizes pragmatic, evidence-based approaches to keep our community safe while ensuring taxpayer dollars are utilized in the most effective manner. Welcome to the future of political campaign technology." Well, that's something different, excuse me. Elect. And that's, yeah, criminal justice reform and elect act. Thank you for supporting life. Let's see here. Who is Alana Smith? Oh, an ad for my home county. Great. Welcome to North Carolina. Welcome to North Carolina President Trump on behalf of the Guilford County Republican Party. See? Pretty cool. Pro-life legislatures. Nice long list of names there. And that's it in this packet. Couple of things. Usually, in years past, in the program booklet, there is a full-page announcement that says, "Mark your calendars. Next year's convention is in such and such city, usually first weekend in June." This year, have no idea. It's an unsolved mystery. Do-do-do-do. Ah! Another thing is that the agenda is the same stinking agenda they've had on the website for the past couple of months. Usually in the program you get a detailed agenda for each portion of the business session. For example, Friday at 2 o'clock, all I have is afternoon business session, Hilton at the Hilton in the Carolina Ballroom. In years past, it would say afternoon business session, Friday at, years past they start at 1:30. This year they want to be, try to cram and rush through everything, so they're doing it 2 o'clock apparently. But they always will say afternoon business session, then they'll tell you who's speaking during that business session, and then they'll have, report of the credentials committee, report of the rules, and all the committee reports. There's none of that in the program this year, and that to me is that I'm very concerned, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that tomorrow, or maybe even tonight, because they're having a conference call for all the delegates, and they've had a couple others. They've just talked about election, the election buddy, but maybe tonight they'll be a little bit more broader about the convention. But I mean, there's nothing. Saturday morning business session. That's it. Then goes right to the lunch with Governor Kristi Noem. Saturday at 2, afternoon business session. Then goes right to the VIP reception with President Trump. Very, very dull. I don't like that. Okay. Okay. Plan. North Carolina Federation of Young Republicans has come out against Plan of Okay. The proposed amendment says the following. It goes under I believe that's 9? Article 9, General Administrative Procedure. Part G, party officers as candidates. In the event that the chairman or vice chairman of the state party or the chairman or vice chairman of any congressional district, legislative district, judicial district, or county party, or any member of the state central committee, excluding the Republican Joint Caucus leader of the General Assembly, or the Republican leader of the North Carolina House of Representatives, and the Republican leader of the North Carolina Senate, shall take any action that legally makes a person a candidate for public office. That person shall be deemed to have resigned his office or position within the party, and the then existing vacancy shall be filled as provided for herein. So, let me go to the Red Book. Hey now. Ooh, Red Book. Hot, hot. Steamy. Ooh. The Red Book. I'm going to bring out the Red Book, Sonny. Okay. We are... Okay. So this now the Plan Authorization Committee, their justification for this is as follows. In order to ensure that someone in the party office or positions listed in the amendment does not use their position in the Republican Party to assist them as a candidate for public office, that person will be deemed to have resigned when they take an action that legally makes them a candidate for public office. So in other words, I kind of see where they're coming from, but I need to read the YR's their position, and then sort of maybe I'll be able to come to more of an understanding and a decision on where I stand on this. I can tell you from the NCGOP's perspective, there's been a rule for a long, long time, decades probably, that states that NCGOP and anybody in the Central Committee, county chairs, executive committee members are not to endorse in a Republican Party primary election. And they're not to endorse. Now me, okay, now if you're executive committee member like I am, I can just say, hi, my name is Bobby Crawford and I endorse Ted Budd for Senate, which I do. But if I say, hi, my name is Bobby Crawford, and I'm on the executive committee and I'm executive committee member and I endorse Ted Budd, no, I can't do that. But if I say, I'm Bobby Crawford, that's it. Bobby Crawford endorses Ted Budd for Senate, then, there you go. So this adds a little more teeth to it for that. Okay, so, but this is why these are the reasons why. According to the YRs, it attempts to redefine what qualifies as run for office, discourages our party leaders from seeking political office and leads to vacancy and or weak leadership, brings unwanted harm to young Republicans due to our members who are or are considered run for office in the future, may mandate the officers that serve on the Central Committee while simultaneously prohibiting those same people from serving. may damage stable and effective affiliate groups by undermining leadership for expressing interest in running for office. There are already safeguards in the plan of organization, Article 9, Section F, page 37, against conflicts of interest and requirements for recusal, making this amendment completely unnecessary. Democrats create laws to solve problems that could be fixed by simply enforcing existing laws. Let's not be Democrats. Okay, so I'm going to go look that up real quick.